congratulations on such a powerful and what I call a real series that we so needed, the women around the world needed to see. I'm so curious to know, to start with you, Chelsea, when it comes to gutsy women, who would you say is like sort of the top one for you that truly inspires you?
Oh goodness, well certainly my mom and my grandmother, who sadly passed away now more than 10 years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. She still remains so close to my heart, and so often while we were working on this show together, I would think, like I wish my grandmother, were here with us, and yet I do believe that she is watching over us and hopefully, watching from heaven. And really what was important to us about the show, though, was that it wasn't about us. I mean, I could talk about my mom and my grandmother for as long as you would want to listen, Sonia. That we wanted to redirect the interest in us to these amazing women who are so gutsy in so many ways, tackling issues that we think are important to focus on and highlight, because we want those stories to hopefully be not only inspiring but relatable for people.
Yes. Now, Secretary Clinton, you have faced off a bully who continues to bully you over the years. And I mean, talk about gutsy, and by the way, congratulations on your current court win.
Thank you.
But what would you say to women who continue to face this and contend with misogyny in their workplace or just in their everyday life?
Well, sadly, it's a continuing problem. And in fact, in some ways, it's even gotten worse because of social media and people being bullied, by total strangers. And the consequences of that, particularly for young women, are pretty concerning, because we've seen an increase in anxiety and depression. So I guess my hope is that through this series, more women, particularly young women, will say, wait a minute, there's somebody I can relate to, there's somebody I can learn from, there's somebody who inspires me. Don't let the bullies get you down. Don't let the misogynists and the sexists define who you are. Go find people who are positive in your community and in your school, wherever you might be, and spend time with them and create a kind of solidarity, because there's a lot that we can do if we don't get beaten down by all of those who are trying to prevent us from moving forward.
And you're a perfect example of somebody who has displayed how much can be done by one woman alone with so much community.
Yes.
Really quickly, when you think of Vancouver, I love asking Americans this, when you think of Canada, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Well, for me, my friends who live here, admittedly.
Okay.
And then also maple syrup. I'm so sorry. Is that like such a cliched answer?
No, it's
I know.
not.
So
I'm very proud of it.
Okay, so I will say in my son's kindergarten class last year, he just started first grade, there was an opportunity for different parents to come in, all very COVID safe, but come in and talk about things that were important to us, whether from a family tradition perspective, or maybe what we did in our work lives, like cultural, historical, religious context. And so I think one, thankfully, parent of every kid came in and did something, and I went and I talked about being an author, and I brought by Zoom my wonderful illustrator who I've done a lot of work with, and Aiden, my son, gave me 2 thumbs up. But then later that same week, one of the kids' parents, who's Canadian, came in with maple syrup and talked about how you tap trees and where maple syrup comes from, and then not only let all the kids try maple syrup, but there was maple syrup ice cream and maple syrup candies. And Aiden came in and he was like, it was much better than you, Mom.
Oh!
I was like, you know what, Aiden?
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And note to self, next time I need to roll in with some sugar.
Ladies, thank you so much, and congratulations again. An honor to meet both of you.
Thank you.
Yes, likewise.
Like the video? Then hit the button, or better yet, drop us a comment. Then check out our latest videos here. And don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button here for more celebrity interviews and entertainment news.